Hey guys, Justin here with a pretty cool Craigslist deal. I got a call this morning from a guy in response to the Craigslist ad that I have posted, and he said that he had an NES system with like 20 or 30 games, and he was looking to get $40 or $45 for it, which sounded like a pretty good deal to me. I obviously asked if he had any other older video games, and he said that he had a PS1 system with a few games, and I told him I'd give him 50 bucks for everything, and he said that was fine. So I drove out to his place. It was like a 10 or 15 minute drive from here. It was actually in a really sketchy neighborhood. I had called Ryan to go with me, but he didn't answer his phone. I don't know if he was sleeping or what, and Dave was actually sleeping. But I flew solo, and I got back alive, so I guess it's all good. But show you guys what we got here. Here's the box of NES stuff that he had. Here's the system here. Actually in much better condition than I was expecting. He said all of this had been stored in like a storage locker. So I figured it was probably going to be in pretty crappy condition, but it's actually pretty good condition. There's a little yellowing on the front of the system there, but there's no cracks or chips or anything. And I did test it out, and the pins, they're not brand new by any means, but they work just fine, surprisingly well actually. So I was pretty happy about that. And that came with the AC adapter and the coaxial, and two first-party controllers here, both of which also work great. An orange zapper gun. And then here's the box of games that came with it. I'll go ahead and show the four first that I will be keeping for my collection. So the only four that I did not already have, but I got some pretty cool ones in here. So 1943, which is pretty cool. I have 1942, so now I have both of them. So I'm happy to add that one to my collection. I don't exactly know how to pronounce this one. I think it's Archon or Archon. I have no idea what this game is. It looks pretty cool though. I've never seen gameplay of it or anything, so I'll have to try this one out, but it's a cool one to add to the collection. As is this one, Vice, Project Doom. Another game that I have no idea what it is, but I'm pretty excited to try it out. It looks pretty interesting, judging by the cover art there. And then this one here, I will try to pronounce this, and I know I'm going to get it wrong, but it's The Magic of Scheherazade. I have no idea how to pronounce this one. It looks like a pretty cool game though, and I thought it might be a little bit rare just looking at it. I mean, I've heard of the game before, but I've never seen it. I checked it out on eBay. It's like, you know, a $5 or $8 game, so nothing special, but definitely one to add to the collection. And then the rest of these here are all doubles to my collection. I'm sure Ryan is missing some of these, so I'll see if he wants a couple of these. But we got Slalom here, which actually I will be keeping this copy of the game because it is the 5-screw version, and the one that I have is the 3-screw version. So I'll switch this one out for mine. This one's pretty cool. Donkey Kong Classics. We got Michael Andretti's World GP. Top Gun here. Actually, Top Gun the second mission, so even better. We got Golf. I think this one's pronounced Seacross or Cycross. I'll actually be keeping this copy of the game too because my label is all ripped up at the top, and this one's in much better condition. We got, alright, Ninja Gaiden, the first one. And this is like the third copy of this game I've come across in the last 2 weeks. I picked up 2 of them at garage sales, and now this one in the Craigslist deal, so I've got plenty of extras of this game. We got a 5-screw Super Mario Bros. Here. No Famicom converter, I did check. Spy Hunter. And actually 2 copies of Super Mario Bros. 3. Not sure why there's 2 of them, but I'm not going to complain. Of course, you gotta have Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Not in the greatest condition. It's got like Sharpie all over the front of it, but TMNT 2, the arcade game. Days of Thunder. Monopoly. The gold cart of The Legend of Zelda. This one's pretty cool. Metroid. And the last NES game we got here is Bad Dudes. So, like I said, I got a pretty good deal on that. I'm not exactly sure how much I paid for it. He said he wanted, you know, $40 or $45 for it, so Probably paid about $40 for that, seeing as I got everything for $50, but got, you know, a few cool games to add to my collection. I'm sure Ryan is missing a couple of those, so that was a pretty good deal there. Now here is the PS1 stuff. Got the system here, also in much better condition than I anticipated. It's got a first-party memory card in the front there, and the open button is not sticky at all, so pretty happy with this system here. That came with both the original adapters, and then a PS2 DualShock controller. Now, I had no idea that this was even compatible with the PS1, but when I tested the PS1, I used this controller and it worked just fine. So, it's not in the greatest condition. It's missing the rubber on the joystick there, but I'm probably just going to pair the PS1 system with, you know, a PlayStation 1 controller anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. Now, here is the stack of games here. Just a small stack. When I first got these, all of the cases were completely destroyed. I don't think I was able to salvage one case out of here, so it took me some work this afternoon to find, you know, good condition cases for all these, but I got them all in good condition cases. Not the greatest selection of games, but there's a couple of cool ones in here. We got Sled Storm, Jet Moto 2, Greatest Hits Edition. We got a Greatest Hits Tetris Plus. Now this is one of the cool ones. Unfortunately, it's missing the manual. It's Crash Bandicoot Warped. Now, looking on the back, it looks like a racing game, or maybe some racing stuff going on in the back there. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I've never really played too much of the Crash games, but if anyone has the manual for this game, please let me know. I'd really like to complete this one. We got Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Unfortunately, the greatest hits, but Snowcross Championship Racing, complete Black Label. Sports Superbike 2, complete. The Need for Speed. Test Drive 6. And then we got a couple just loose disc games here. This first one has the manual with it. Andretti Racing with the manual. I just put all these in paper sleeves because they didn't have the case. You got NASCAR 98. And then Spice World. I don't know if this must have been like a gag gift for this guy or what, but completely different from all the other games in here. But we got Spice World, disc only. And then he also had the racing wheel for it. I don't know if this, I'm assuming this is just like a third-party racing wheel. I've never been a fan of these. I've never really used them too much, to be honest. They're just really bulky, and I don't know. Not a huge fan of these, but got ourselves a racing wheel. Anyway, that was all for the Craigslist deal there. Just a quick little deal. Like I said, $50 for everything. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Got some pretty cool, a few NES games to add to my collection. I'm sure Ryan will need some of those as well. So, thanks for checking out the video, guys, and take care.